Hey, what's going on, everyone? Sorry, a little bit late. We may have one or two guys fill in today, just with timing and just kind of a chill kind of show today. We'll just see what happens with 78 and Marcus. Vinny's a little bit under the weather. He's been under the weather for a few weeks. Ralph is MIA, but we are still thinking of him. I hope he's watching the show. But yeah, just wanted to do another, what do you call it? What's this show called? Ronin 5 show. I don't even know what the show's called. And I'm doing this show. A lot of stuff happened this week. I have a show today for the people in the chat and on the rewind, all that good stuff. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani is now a Dodger for Wade. Maybe I'll hit up Wade and see what he's up to. Yeah, Shohei Ohtani is a Dodger. However, his deferred salary, he's making like $2 million a year, which is the weirdest thing ever. I just think it's hilarious. But yeah, so Shohei Ohtani news. We had some video game news coming out that I touched about a little bit on the podcast on Sunday, and just kind of my overall sentiment on collecting. I think a lot of, obviously a lot of the guys here, we're all comic book collectors, but I feel like a lot of people are either selling their collections, getting rid of, just trimming the fat, maybe going back to old school collecting like in 2019, 2018. I'm personally getting rid of a lot of stuff that I just think isn't really worth my time to hold. For one, it just doesn't entertain me as much anymore. And I don't know if that has to do with the MCU or just the excitement of going to a store and trying to find an option comic book and hopefully flip it for 50% return here and there. But I wonder what disease works. You should be on the chats, man. What's up, Ryan? Thanks for coming through. I've really been kind of getting into this whole video game, PC, online, just kind of world. A lot of money is actually pouring into the video game market, and along with money comes collectibles. Real quick, I want to see if I can find this right here. Money in video games 2023. Let's see here. So I don't know if this is it. Okay. Hold on. I'm going to share this headline real quick. So right here, this is astounding to me. 246 billion in 2023 is the projection of revenue, and that's a 9.3%. It's expected to grow 9.32% between 2023 and 2028. I don't know what comic books are going to be doing, but more specifically, here's another odd kind of thing here. Top 10 movies of the year, which I think just kind of confirms my theory right here. Top 10 best grossing. Okay, Barbie, that's changed now. It's like 1.1 billion. But Super Mario Brothers is number 2. Guardians of the Galaxy is actually above this here. And Spider-Man, now this is going to be controversial to people that are watching this show. It was 6th so far for movies this year. Just below Oppenheimer, actually. These aren't actually correct or up-to-date numbers here. But that kind of tells me that, with Miles being the kind of savior for comic books and for the MCU, Sonyverse, whatever you want to call it, maybe we're not there yet with Miles. You would have thought that the Miles movie would have been the number 1 movie of the year, not Barbie. But what's more important to me is that Mario Brothers is number 2. And so what that tells me is that money's moving more into video games. Like, people are more familiar with the Mario Brothers than Miles, arguably, if you take money into account. I think Barbie was just a phenomenon, just a really different type of movie that hit a bunch of genres. I asked one of my nieces on my in-law side, did they go see the Spider-Verse movie or the Mario movie? And they were all about the Mario movie. So I think it just hits a broader audience right now. Maybe eventually Miles will be the mantle, be $1 billion property as far as movies are concerned. I would say for sure though, the video game is amazing. It got 7 awards this past year. If you guys didn't know, the Video Game Awards came out about a week ago or so. And we're going to touch on that in today's show later today. So hopefully this one's going to be a quick show. I'm not sure where Marcus is at. I'll text him real quick, see where he's at. Marcus. He's got a flight to catch too, so he may not jump in. Marcus, are you in today? Coming through. But yeah, let's get into just kind of the show real quick. Let's do our little intro right now. Is gonna come through in a bit. I'm just gonna start the presentation. Ooh, share this tab instead. Hold on. Sorry guys. I'm gonna kind of delay Marcus here. Hold on. Yeah. Cool. All right. Oh shoot. I still gotta pack those on. Okay. No worries. Okay, my images aren't working again. I don't know what happened here. Okay. So first and foremost, I want to talk about 2023 Pokemon cards. Now, there's a couple sets that are out right now that I think are worth it to buy and just seal. I don't really feel like opening packs is really a good thing to do, but I really dig this Paldean Fates Elite Trainer box. This may go on sale to like 42. Usually these trainer boxes dip from their initial $49.99 MSRP and they'll dip down to about 42, 40 bucks. Hopefully like after the new year. Obviously these are a great stocking stuffer for like your kids or your collector nerd husbands, sons, whatever. But this could be a set that does well like going forward. Literally, I would just, watch out for a sale if this goes for like $37.99 or like $42.99. Just buy it and just put it away for a year or two and see what it does. I don't see a lot of these sets dipping below what you're going to pay for the actual price of it. But just something to think about as far as 2023 is concerned. I think this is a good buy to kind of put away for now and just kind of get going, and all that good stuff. Hold on, I'm just gonna tell the chat we are live. And yeah, again, Marcus is coming through. Another set that we've been talking about a lot lately is the Pokemon 151 set. The Japanese versions are really expensive. The chase card right here is the Charizard 151 reverse holo. It retails for about I've seen it go from 80 to like 120. This premium collection is kind of intriguing to me just because this start out at 120 bucks and now you can get it for 89.70. When they started introducing these ultra premium collections, I've seen kind of hey, there's Marcus. What's up, Marcus? Just talking a little Pokemon, my friend.
Oh, Pokemon.
Come on. Before I continue, how's it going, man? I know I will try and keep this show quick because I know you got to pack and peace out, man. Where are you going?
I'll be in New York. So this is the last show for the year. So I'll be in New York for 2 days.
Cool.
And back on Friday, and then we can rock and roll all next week. I know that's Christmas week. I would love for us to do a Christmas show like on
That'd be cool. Yeah.
Just to kind of get everybody together. Like, what are they thinking? What do they want to get? What are they hoping that? What's out there? I just found a hack, and we can get into this a little later, that Walmart does, where you need to download the Walmart app.
Okay.
And then the day after Christmas, go into the store, and things that are highlighted yellow with the clearance tag, you can get up to 90% off on that.
Okay.
So
that's cool.
Phones, games, all kind of stuff that, normally they'll have it, then they'll have another. They do it a couple of times a year, and I just found out that the one is happening on December 26th. Another one is happening on January 2nd, so the day after Christmas and the day after New Year.
Wow.
You definitely want to have the Walmart app available and on your phone, Walmart mobile. And you'll go in there with your phone and kind of scan some of the things that have yellow stickers on it.
That's cool, man. I didn't know that. I didn't know you could do that.
Yep. On December 26th, it's going to be 50% off. On January 2nd, it'll be 70% off.
Wow. Just trying to clear inventory. That's awesome.
They're trying to get stuff out. And the cool thing about Walmart, I think I've told people this before too, they don't do returns. So when they buy stuff, they have to sell it. They got to get rid of it. It's not even an option of sending it back. Walmart doesn't do that.
Oh, I didn't know that. Huh.
Yeah. Where's Vinny? You know what? Vinny is sick. He's whooping his ass on this what disease? Vinny caught a different kind of conjunctivitis. He went down to Miami for Art Basel, got with one of them older Venezuelan moms, and she made some mighty good food for him and fed him after.
That's great. That's awesome.
Then he talking about his throat hurt, his eyes, he can barely keep his eyes open. I bet. Vinny not fooling me, man. Like, that's why, if you notice, okay, guys, so we'll be in the group chat, right? And in the group chat, Vinny talks about how he's beating me in fantasy football, right? Yeah, he's beating me in fantasy football. I've never played fantasy football before. It's like my first time. And so my first time, I'm kind of getting, I'm getting my ass handed to me. It's cool. I'll be ready next year when it comes back around. But, but every time I see it, oh, man. He sent me a thing on my Apple Watch to where we compete working out. And then he was beating me the first day, right? Listen, y'all, he was beating me the first day. Day 2 or 3, I started whooping his ass on that app. And then all of a sudden, yeah, man, I think my daughter gave me something. I'm sick. I think, man, I think I have something. Something's going on with my throat and my eyes. Oh, okay. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Now you got your ass handed to you. But if you wasn't that sick that you couldn't go to Art Basel and go infect all these other people with your sickness.
It's priorities, man. Priorities.
This how COVID got spread.
Yeah.
People like Vinny. I ain't sick. I just got a little something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, He went down there, hung out one of them Venezuelan mamas. Got some shit. That's it. Now he need to get tested for STD, not COVID. Yeah.
Every time, man. I swear, man, it cracks me up. I love it.
Yeah. But yeah, so what we talking about? We talking about 151? What we talking about?
Yeah, just some like 2023 Pokemon stuff. I didn't have really time to look up like current Pokemon, like what's hot and all that. But I've been kind of on this whole thing just with a lot of stuff in general. Like I don't really like ripping packs anymore because and this is such an obvious thing, right? But I feel like there's more value in just buying something for like a good price and just holding on to it for 1 to 2 years, or
right.
It's a long-term hold, right? You gotta have the storage for it and all that. But to get the chase cards, and this is from personal experience, it's super fun to try and get like the card you're looking for, right? But if you're buying the cards as an investment, I feel like it's better to just hold on to the cards. I know, Trey, I think back in the day we did like he ripped open some 2020 mega box rookies or cards, and those retailed for like 120, and he didn't get anything. He basically just, it's a lottery ticket, right? But those
it's better keeping the cards unopened and
yeah.
paying some. And I have a story with that. So when I went to my comic book store, and the guy was Vinny in his vaccines.
What's up, Trey?
What train shit. I love it. Yeah. So I went to my comic book store and my guy was like, "Hey man, I got these Pokemon packs. You want to buy them?" I was like, "Yeah." He didn't realize, and this was early on when I was like, okay, I was trying to get into Pokemon because Mason was into Pokemon, my son. And but I was just like, whatever, let's do whatever. So the packs were like, I think they were like $100 a pack is what he sold them to me for. And it was like 12 packs, so like $1,200, right? So I was like, okay, cool, no problem.
Yeah.
But they were first edition packs.
Oh, wow.
And I didn't even go and do the research on that, right? So I didn't realize that I was actually opening $10,000 packs over $100 packs. And so he was like, and the dude was like, yeah, man, you go ahead, man. Let's see if you get the Charizard. I actually didn't get Charizard, but I got like Clefairy and Blastoise and Machamp and Zapdos and all those other like first editions that, I mean, they still worth money, but it ain't, I mean, it's like one, maybe 2,000, 3,000. High grade, it's going to be like 3,000-4,000. But if I had just left it in the pack, I'd be sitting on what's 10,000 times 12, 120,000.
Yeah. Some crazy number like that, right?
Yeah, but I was just, like, hey, let's see if we get a Charizard. This was early on, though. This was early on before I really dove off into, Pokemon lore. That's why I still have some of those packs, and I'll rip them open. You know what I'm saying? Like, I still got some of them, and I graded some of them and sent them off. But some of the other ones, the ones that I did open, I just kind of keep them around as like a reminder, like, yeah, you fucked up. You could have just held on.
Yeah, and I mean, like, on average, like how many? I can remember. I probably ripped over hundreds of packs in my life of anything, but I've only hit like 4 or 5. I can really remember. So you just think of like all the money that spent, and I just feel like going that route to find a good deal on these like earlier sealed boxes, like this Pokemon Ultra Premium 151, which I think is a set of the year in my honest opinion. This was retailing for like 120, 119 when it came out of the gate, and kind of what I was talking about earlier is these Ultra Premium box collections. They usually come out at 120, but I've seen every single one they've introduced like drop down to like $90.
Right.
So it's cool presentation. I don't know what's inside of the box, but
it's shit in that box. I got one.
Probably shit.
Yeah.
But like it looks cool. I mean, it presents really well. You know what I mean? So
it presents amazingly well, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. If you're gonna get 151 English, 151 English, then go crack it over, see if you get that Charizard. That's what I would tell anybody, because the Charizard, you at least gonna make some money. You can hold on to it and make some money.
There's some nice hits in that set, man. That's why I really enjoyed the set. I can't find it anywhere near me, like retail shops. I can find the other sets, Obsidian. I can't find
one. All that other, you can find all that Paradox Rift.
Yeah, but 151, man, I can't find it anywhere, man. It's tells me people like the set, so I think they did a good job with it for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, all right, next up, I don't have a lot of stuff today, but this was probably on everyone's headlines. Shohei, Mr. Ohtani, $700 million over 10 years goes to, shout out to Ralph's Dodgers. Got the diamond of the free agent pool, man. Do you have any Ohtani cards at all?
I don't. I got Ichiro. I got all the other ones, but I have no Ohtani cards.
So this card right here was his first U.S. licensed card. It was the World Series Baseball Classic from 2017. So he's in his Japanese jersey. Obviously, there's a gold refractor of this. this is the regular refractor, and I think there's like one other version.
Mhm.
This is the only Ohtani card I have,
Wow.
actually. Would you hold this card or would you sell it at this point?
I'm selling anything Ohtani right now. I mean,
And
just to be honest, and
yeah,
I would be trying to get like, like a more rarer, if that makes, I know rarer is not really a word. I guess a word, but it's not a more rare card of Ohtani. Knowing that, but you look at, like I think we were talking about it in the gym today. He's just coming out of surgery because I guess something about his hand or something like that, or wrist or
he
whatever.
can't pitch yet because of he can still hit, but yeah, he can't pitch yet.
Yeah, so this. I mean, this money is guaranteed, and the way he did it deferred to where he's getting like 2 million a year. Then
Yeah,
it's a lump sum and 34, and then 44 or 43,
crazy.
33 and 43. I was like, man, he's set. Like all he has to do is now play the game that he loves and really make a name for himself.
Hmm.
But this was a big deal, huge deal.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I'm tempted to just sell it because I don't see a lot of upside. From an age 28, even like if he wins a World Series in LA, like I think that's expected, right? So he's been so dominant in two categories as a ball player
Mhm.
that I feel like it's like this is my own personal experience with Kobe, right? So like Kobe won like his 3 championships with with Shaq, and then after that was kind of like he didn't do anything really for like 4 or 5 years, and then Paul Gasol, that era of Lakers. But even after that, like it was like, oh great, Kobe's got a fourth and fifth championship.
Right.
I personally wasn't like, oh man, I want to hold on to these, or I want to get more Kobe because he got 2 more championships. It's just kind of like, oh, Kobe got 2 more championships. Uh, Obviously, he passed away, and that really, unfortunately, when someone passes away, especially at an early age, the collectibles really do take off because of you know, there's no more infinite,
Absolutely.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully, there's
Absolutely.
nothing happens to Shohei, but that's kind of my thought process. Like, even if he is to win a World Series, the expectations are like so high right now that I feel like I'd be okay selling at the price point that I bought in
Well,
at this
let's
time.
think about it.
So
The person who really has won and should be sick as hell right now is Vinny, because even though he sold one, I think Vinny and Trey, you can verify that. I think Vinny sold. I think he had a rookie or he had something. He sold for like $55,000.
mm,
Like if he'd have waited until this happened and then threw it up, I mean, who knows what that number would have been? And that's just my opinion. I could be
yeah,
totally based on
it's
that.
a different it's a different like transaction, right? It's not like he is playing, right? It's
Right,
not that it's not only is it the richest contract in sports history, the way that it's set up kind of adds to that allure of like, oh wow, like the Dodgers did this, and
right.
he's not going to get paid. He's not, he's a smart businessman, in a way, and like just kind of that behind the scenes kind of stuff. I just think it's my opinion. I think it's time to sell, but that's those are the reasons why I think it's time to sell at this point. So,
Well, I'm definitely on some. I'd sell it, but I'd be looking for like a more
oh
like,
sure, hmm
yeah, like something that because I'm just of the opinion. I mean, unless you're just like a super baseball fan, which a lot of people are,
yeah,
um, a lot of this Shohei stuff is finna hit out because people want to try to build up a war chest to go grab a bigger card, or okay, he's done the deal now. The ship has sailed. His wrist is not what it should be. It's probably going to lower his ability, like my man Antero said.
hmm
It's just so many variables with that, right?
yeah, yeah.
I feel like, again, now's the time to tap in and sell all that shit and see if you can get a more rare card.
Cool. I like that. I like that too. Okay, what else we got? All right, moving on. Some comic books. I'm just talking about a couple because kind of the beginning of the show, I was alluding to like I'm kind of won't say done with comic books. I'm just not as focused on them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thrill is gone, the thrill of going to a shop and trying to find BCD character and yada yada. It's just not as exciting.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't say the community's made it like toxic that I just don't like comics. I don't I don't read as much as I used to because I can't find good stories. And I can't agree with what some shops are trying to sell their books for,
Well, they price gouging right now.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
However, with that said, there are still some pretty cool properties that come out, and there's still some good deals for like ghost type books.
Yeah.
The Brains in the chat or in the Discord, he mentioned this Art Adams coming out in January of this upcoming year.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 1 in 25, and that is X-23 on the cover. I think this is a beautiful cover. What do you think, man?
Well, I love the cover, but even more so now that I know that she's going to show up in Deadpool 3. See, that's the kind of spec that I'm on right now. I'm on the spec of, and it's almost like a flipper's mindset. Like,
Yeah.
let's just be honest. Like, I'm looking at what movies are coming out, what books I can grab and sell to somebody who may or may not, be up on, what this shit is as it's coming out. Because, normally, it's the people that actually follow comics like us. And then it'll be the people where we make a big fuss about an appearance in a movie. You know what I'm saying? I.e., let's say the first Deadpool 3 trailer drops, right? As soon as that Deadpool 3 trailer drops, and then you see X-23 in it, everybody's going to be in a mad dash to try to find that Knicks book, right? Mm-hmm. Or they're going to be, just looking for a dope ass cover that, that they could sell for, whatever. I want to be that person that's finna, sell that. I've made the decision that I'm not finna be the one looking for gold anymore. I'm going to be the one selling the picks for people to dig. That's what I'm about to go do.
That's smart. I mean, like, why try and find, the fifth appearance of like X-23 when you're selling like for me, this book is represented because it's coming out in 2024. It's a if you can get it for like for ratio or for like $20, it's Art Adams, which all his books are doing really well, and like it's Wolverine issue 42. I don't think a lot of stores are buying this anyway,
right?
But the covers, like, I'm not a big Art Adams fan just because I just don't dig him like a ton, but I know the community does like him, and I actually do like this cover. I think it speaks a lot. So
yeah, absolutely, it's dope ass cover.
Yeah, and Disney, as controversial as they are, some people think they are. They're not stupid, right? There's a reason. There's like draw X-23 on a Wolverine cover, right?
They let you know she's about to be the next Wolverine.
Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense.
I mean, Marvel is, and when I'm speaking to one of my good friends, I'm not going to name drop, but one of my good friends, he works over at DC. Mm-hmm. He used to do stuff, for Marvel back in the day. One of my good friends.
Yes. Go ahead. Good. Do your thing.
He was saying that that's kind of what they do. That's the MO. It's like, when they're getting ready to shift or make a move, they kind of, they do it, they drop hints in movies and, in books and stuff like that. And then if you're not, cognizant, if you're not thinking about, these changes, then you're just thinking that she's on the cover of a Wolverine book. But then now this turns into the first appearance of, X-23 as Wolverine in Wolverine cover. You know what I'm saying? Like, it'll do some shit like that.
Yeah. I'm laughing at your friend that you mentioned because that's that's good friend. Yeah. Sorry, I lost my train of thought here. And then the second book I wanted, it's just something I noticed. It's again, I'm trying to whittle down my collection. For one, my dear wife, she's very supportive of what we do, Um, but you know, she got limits, right? She got too many books in the house. So I said, well, if there was a fire in the house, I would take these 10 books along with me. And, you know, these are the books I would keep, you know, just as far as like graded books or whatever. Right.
Right. Totally.
And this is a book that I would definitely like trade 5 books to get one. And this Supernatural #1, this book came out like in the mid 2000s. I've talked about it with Matrix Comics before, who's a really good dude. If you guys don't know Matrix Comics, he's actually a contributor to Key Collector as well. But he's on Instagram, just a nice guy. He's come on the show a few times for some horror type stuff. Really good, knowledgeable guy. He's also talked about this book. It's Supernatural's #1, the Capullo variant. Have you heard of this book before?
I have not heard of this book until y'all dropped it in the Discord.
Okay, cool. So a little bit about this book. So it's, you know, it was a Halloween special 1 through 4. Really, I actually read the series. It's actually a pretty fun kind of like Halloween type of book. This, I don't know what the ratio is on this specific title, but there's a mask in each book. So like a little mask, like a cardboard cutout.
I did not know that.
Yes. So there's 6 different ones. And the chase mask is Ghost Rider. And so not only is this a ratio, but if you get the Ghost Rider, that's like a ratio within a ratio. You see what I mean?
Got
Great.
it.
Crazy, right? So this book usually goes raw for like 800 to 1,000. Yeah, crazy, right? Because it's super hard to find. And people don't want to sell it. I think it hits kind of those things, right? However, I looked at this today. Now, this is a usual listing I'll see, but 400. This guy actually offered this up for 650 to me. I don't know why, but and I saw a couple other ones. They may have gone sold already, but here's another one, 575. And this is the Italian version, so that's just if you like the cover. But I just noticed these, and I just want to put out to the community or the people that are watching the show. Those are pretty good deals for this book. I didn't really look at the condition, but the one here that's signed by Capullo with a COE and all that good stuff. I want to say that it's probably a 9.4 at worst, 9.2. Which you could probably double your money if you want to take a risk at that. You probably have to send it to CBCS, but yeah. It's I just think it was a really cool book that I was just on the hunt for and I don't really have a lot of comic book stuff today, just because I don't really know what to talk about honestly except for the other book that we were talking about earlier. But yeah, some kind of fun stuff. What do you think?
That's fine. I love it.
Cool. Good stuff.
I super love it.
Thank you. All right, next up. All right, Marcus. I think I mentioned this on like kind of our text threads here, or maybe something else. Oh, I mentioned something else on our text threads. It was that Kickstarter game, the StarCraft type game.
Yeah, I didn't do it. Did you do it?
I did. I pledged $25 because I actually want to play it. Because I was a big StarCraft fan back in the day. I think you can still pledge though if you want to get into that. But the Video Game Awards came out last week, and I don't think I was talking to you about it, but I was talking to a friend, and you may know more about this than me, but I watched a little bit of it, and there were some pretty famous people. I was shocked at like who was presenting. We had like, I think Drake was there. I'm not a big Drake fan. Timothy Chalamet was there, so some like A-list celebrities. And he's a gamer himself, right?
Yeah.
You and I have been playing some Modern Warfare here and there.
No, you left me. You don't want to play with me no more.
Well,
my feelings are hurt. It's okay. Listen, if y'all want to play zombies, I'm only playing zombies. Trey don't even want to play zombies with me because Trey want to get in, play the game, get out. Zombies, it's a little bit of
grind.
Grind a little bit. It's a little bit of.
I'm not to your level, man. I gotta get to your level, and then we can, because I feel like I'm behind you.
No, we just got to get in there. Zombies.
Okay.
Bro. It's like, and it's PVE, so it's like, It's like the players versus everybody. Like the only people you aren't killing are other players, but zombies and the militia and and all the other shit that kind of comes with it.
Oh, militia too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty dope game. It's a lot, it's a little bit of grinding, but if you looking for something that you can do with your friends, funny. If you're looking for something you can do with your friends, man, listen. If y'all want to jump on PS5 with me, man, y'all hit me on Instagram. I'll send you my Activision. Man, let's get on zombies. I'm really trying to play zombies with people. I've been playing zombies with a bunch of people. Real true story. I was playing zombies the other day, and I've never seen no shit like this before in my life. But the dude, some random guy had the wonder weapon, and whatever this wonder weapon is, it blasts you off, like you take off, right? Like you charge it up, and then it shoots you in the air. And so I'm playing the game, and I'm in a low threat zone, and I hear a damn dog howl, and he lands in front of me. Boom! I guess he already had PhD flopper or whatever. He lands in front of me. Boom! He drops off like some of the rare schematics that you can't even get in the game unless you like really like all in there. So man, he gave me a dog bone and some of the and what the dog bone does, it brings out like one of the hellhounds. If you're playing Modern Warfare on zombies, you know what I'm talking about. It brings out the hellhound that fights with you. And I think that if somebody goes down, the hellhound will go and revive him, right?
What?
They got levels to the hellhound too. So this was like a level 3 hellhound if you got the dog bone. Then he had the ether knife where you shoot out the knife, it kills all the zombies, and they come back to you like a boomerang. Like on some Whistler, Guardians of the Galaxy, my man that whistles.
Oh yeah, whistles and
It was doing all that shit. And so he just dumped all this shit off on me of like legendary shit. And then he just kind of did a little maneuver and bounced and left. I was like, what? Like, what is going on?
Did you get to keep it at like, did you
yeah, I was able to if you exfil, you get to keep all the shit. Oh man,
right.
I went to the nearest exfil, got the fuck up out of it. I was like, man, I don't know what he just did, but thank you, sir. Like, I was just, man, look, if you're watching this, sir, thank you. Come back, play with me again, and drop more shit off. Thank you. Like, it was fun, bro. Like, it was crazy. Because the zombies are actually hard. Like, there's different levels. Like, if you get into the red zone, it's like level 3. They run fast. It's almost like 28 days later.
Level 3 is like hell.
Yeah.
It's like, and if you open the map up, it's like, it's like, or it's like, the regular level 1 and then orange and then like hell.
And then hell. And in hell, there's like this purple tornado spinning.
Yeah, I hate it.
Trying to figure out what that is. And I've really been like, playing with people. Like, so again, I say, if you want to jump on zombies, man, listen, y'all come, follow me right here at Mr. Egby. Hit me on Instagram.
I'll put your name on the Discord too.
Yeah, man, put my Activision ID up, bro. You like, you know how to do that shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm saying like, let's play. Like, bro,
let's
play, bro. Fur don't want to play. Fur to
No, when you get back, we'll play. I promise. I just, I like intimidate. You got like a cool suit and stuff. I'm like, I still got like the infantry like stuff.
Bro, I just play the game.
I know. I'm jealous. This is jealousy, Marcus.
Well, listen, so Baldur's Gate, I went out on eBay to try to see. I said, let me just see if I can get one of the big ones. For like $1,500.
So check this out, man. So this is another reason why I think it's tough to make money in comics right now. Baldur's Gate, that collector's issue that sold for $1,500, and these are auctions. These are not buy it nows. Like this, there's still money in collections.
Yeah,
all auctions, right? Comes with a shitload of stuff.
Yeah,
that came out, and I don't know if you had to I don't know what the pre-orders were 3 or 4 months ago, but it was £250 to buy that game.
Yeah.
So you're 3 times making your money flipping that collector's edition. Baldur's Gate 3 got video game of the year. So I just, from the value of comics doing this, and new video games or PC games doing this, I just think the money's just moving to a more accepted media. You know what I mean?
Here's what I'm gonna
Yeah,
say. I'm gonna
please
tell you,
tell me.
I would definitely look at video games as the new medium to get in front, which Vinny is ahead of all of us with that. Like he had been talking that shit when everybody was still trying to go do comic books and buy books, and he would still buy books, but he was all in on video games.
Mm-hmm.
And realistically, Vinny has more video games than all of us quietly over to the left. Here's what I will say though. Comics ain't going away, but now's the time if you have extra income, go for the big shit. Don't go for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't spec right now. Go get big books. Go get
Yeah,
books that you know are going
specific stuff.
to stand the test of time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fuck around and be out here specking, bro. Because it's like you're gonna lose money right now trying to spec on books on what you think is gonna be. Like even with me talking about the Wolverine and X-23 in the cover that you showed for, that's a spec, but I mean, you got to look at it again. I'm saying we already know that she's coming on Deadpool 3. Once they make that announcement, it is what it is. But what I would do, I wouldn't go for that book. I mean, if I got the money, I'm going for Nick's 3. I'm not going for this cool ass Wolverine cover with her. I'm gonna go for the real deal. I don't know if there's a strategy guide for Baldur's Gate, but what I would tell you to do, and Ferd, I don't know.
I think I got the link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have,
go ahead.
I will tell you to do. Ferd put a link up to get the deluxe version, the deluxe edition of Baldur's Gate. I would suggest anybody do that right now. If you got the extra funds, definitely do that. And man, and just sit on it because it's definitely, I mean, game of the year, it's gonna do what it's gonna do. And it's
so
to do it. And this doesn't come out until April, if I know right.
I think so. It's kind of confusing because the game's already come out like on PC and other platforms, but like PS5, Xbox, it hasn't yet. So this is why it's a pre-order, right? So I just put the link in the chat. And Teros actually did nice. Got the deluxe himself. $79.99 either. You know, that's basically like $10 more for a regular PS5 game anyway. So
Yep.
you know, buy the digital for like $70 and then buy this and either flip it, or because I mean the award's already been announced, right? Either flip it or keep it. You know, Baldur's Gate. I'm not, and this isn't like a comic book spec where like, oh, they're gonna make a movie out of it or it's been optioned. I mean, it's just literally the love of the media, and yeah, I think it's a solid bet for sure. And Mark,
I'm sorry. Yeah, I said, and also, you know, just kind of switching gears, we're going to stay on video games. But if you haven't if you haven't gotten a chance to go to McDonald's and get the adult Happy Meal for the Kerwin Frost, the nuggets. He's made these characters. Kerwin Frost is an artist. And the nuggets are selling on eBay anywhere from like 50, 25. The chase one that you want is a golden nugget, and that one's selling anywhere from like 80 to $100. And the golden nugget is not part of the 6. It's a chase one. So it's like you don't even know you got it until you open up the box to see what you got.
Yeah, we're gonna have multiple heart attacks trying to get that chase.
Well, no, listen, I just bought like 4 of those adult Happy Meals. I gave 2 of them to my son, the growing boy, playing football, and then 1 to my daughter. And
not me. I mean, all the McDonald's. All of it.
Have it. I don't want it. I'm trying to preserve my sexy, brother. I can't do that McDonald's play.
I'm trying to add more sexy by eating McDonald's, you know?
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, you gotta really chase that thing because you know, with those McDonald's joints, man, just like I think the Pokemon cards are starting to go up now, like the unopened packs. I think if you had them from McDonald's, I think those are starting to go up. I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on that, but I think someone told me they're starting to go up. Like people want to be able to, because I think there was a chase in there too. I don't know which one it was or what it was, but
That was a funny time because there's employees like stealing the packs, right? I
yeah.
remember some lady got like in big trouble for that. It was like during pandemic days. And Pickles, of course, he opened his because he's a nerd. Some other pre-sale stuff that I've seen, and this was an easy one. I should have bought it, but Pickles, you'll enjoy this. The part 2 of the remake for Final Fantasy VII was pre-selling for $300, and it's selling on eBay now for $500 to $600. It comes with a really cool Sephiroth statue. It's the latter half of the game, which I think gamers really enjoyed more so that part of the game versus what was originally released. Another easy flip, and it hasn't even come out yet. So I'm telling you, man, like this is the data I'm seeing, and maybe it's a little bit segregated, right, to where I'm just looking at specific things, but the stuff that I'm looking at versus in video games versus when I'm looking in comic books, it's that the data is there, and it's something that I'm just really like. I can't justify my inventory of comic books versus video games, and it's just moving that way. And then just kind of like what Marcus was saying earlier, Vinny's light years ahead of like anyone I know. He's got Nintendo, Japanese, CIB, original Super Nintendo stuff. So, as the platforms get older, people just want more money for it. It's probably not in the greatest condition. So I was thinking, and Marcus, you actually kind of gave me inspiration for this because you talk about your artists playing different systems.
Yes.
For me, I still got a 64 and a Super Nintendo in my my basement. But your artists who are in their late 20s, 30s, that age, they're playing PS2, they're playing PS3 games.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, if the money's kind of hard to get into 64, SNES, NES, PS1, why not PS3 sealed, which doesn't go for too much? You can still have a pretty low buy-in to sealed stuff. Have you looked into PS3?
Yeah, I would definitely go for like I'd do PS3 games, but I would definitely go like the Resident Evil. Shut up,
Adam Webb, yeah.
I would definitely do Resident Evils. I would do PS3 games that were super popular. GTA.
Easy stuff.
Yep. Yeah, things of that nature. I'd be going for those kind of games that that you can still get in the plastic right now.
Mm-hmm.
And they may just be sitting in one of those video game stores that, they make Pokemon, wherever you would go to get a Game Boy Advance or Pokemon game, game, like some of them video game stores that buy, sell, repair. You go look in their PS3 section. I guarantee you got some stuff in there.
Yeah,
but they're overlooking it because they're looking at PS4 or PS2, or they're trying to go all the way back and go straight Nintendo or N64. They're not thinking about PS3 right now. Just like people aren't thinking about DVDs. I think that CDs and DVDs are the next wave. You know what I'm saying? Actual DVDs like the Matrix and and all of those things. Like I think that these are things that we need to be starting to think about.
Yeah,
so it's because the generation that's coming up behind them, that's all they know. I look at my son. He's 13. He'll be 13 on the 22nd, and he comes from a world of iPads, Instagrams, video phone. Imagine trying to tell that to a 10-year-old you that you'll be able to look at a screen and talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, all us are probably around the same age. There were regular phones that they were connected. And, you had the cordless phone and things like that. Or, you were looking at the weird channel trying to look at porn on TV because you could get it, if you could play around with the knob a little bit. But now they could just go on the internet and
I'm looking at it right now.
Well, that's fair assessment. But I'm just saying that's the world that we're living in. It's constantly evolving. So their world would be what they're looking at right now. You know what I'm saying? Even at the toys and you know, and things of that nature. That's why, like with Mason, I'm going crazy with the Pokemon cards because
Sure.
that's where he's at. Pokemon and anything Fortnite, you know, like
Yeah.
when he's 25, he's going to want that nostalgia of the original Fortnite game. Just like I want to play Super Mario Brothers 3 right now. You know what I'm saying? I can play it, but shit, imagine if I had the game unopened somewhere. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, and again, just I don't have specific titles except for this one. It's Dead Nation on PS3. The reason I picked, I basically just Googled like, you know, hard to find PS3 sealed games, but the thing I've seen that's pretty consistent with media and video games is that horror, right? Like Saw cost like 12 million to do, did 600 million at the box office. You know, so there's always this weird following with anything horror.
Right.
So to kind of touch on what you were mentioning with DVDs, like I bought Saw, the first Saw like special edition DVD Blu-ray for like $8 at Best Buy. I don't know if I'm going to grade it, but I figured for $8, it's not a bad. I might as well get 2 or 3 copies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Not a bad look.
And to kind of add on to what you mentioned about the Walmart thing, I mean, you know, other than, you know, your regular stuff, maybe see if there's like some horror classic movies,
right?
You know, that you get for 70% off for like $2 or $3. That might be worth
it. See, that's why I'm saying, like, you really got to go in with the mindset of things to do. Like, where can we, you know, think where other people aren't thinking about this, right?
Yeah.
I mean, who really is walking around with the Walmart mobile app? Not me. I mean, I thought about this when I saw it, and I said, let me download the Walmart mobile app. Talk about this to the people. You know what I'm saying? Right now, whoever's listening are the people that's up on it. So when they go in there, I'm sure we won't be the only people in there that know about it. I'm sure Wii U games will become more collectible.
Oh, heck yeah. I don't have enough knowledge about Wii or Wii U at all. So I didn't want to like put that out there, but yeah, man, like that's a great system to invest in, because I remember when that came out, that was like the third system to buy. It was like Xbox, Sony's PlayStation, then Wii U. So you got to imagine like the people that were buying Wii U were like families. So they were opening up all those games, you know? So I'd buy a console, honestly, of a Wii U, like a special edition console. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know how much they cost, but you know what I mean? So that's a great call, man. Yeah, I love it. All right, moving on.
Good.
I don't have a lot. I don't know why these stupid JPEGs don't come through, but Taylor Swift, this was actually a picture of Taylor Swift being on the cover of Time magazine. She's the Times Person of the Year with a cat. I just thought that was kind of an iconic cover when I think of Time magazine covers. I think that could be one like 10 years from now. Dude, she was on the cover of the year with her cat. And I mean, Taylor Swift's the hottest person in the world right now. I mean, as far as like entertainment, I would say, arguably, right?
Yeah, her tour grossed over $1 billion.
That's insane. I mean, like,
Beyonce was a close second with 500 million.
Yeah, I mean, that's like
96 million.
That's insane. You know, that's just crazy money. I would pick up a couple copies of that Time magazine. I don't know if I grade it, but I definitely would grab a couple copies. It kind of reminds me of when I bought LeBron Sports Illustrated, his first Sports Illustrated when it came out. I don't know where those magazines are at, but I have them somewhere. And then just kind of, it's Ohtani week, man. So to kind of double back on Ohtani, yeah, his first Sports Illustrated cover with Trout, that's like 200 raw. I probably wouldn't pay that much for it now, but this GQ is pretty clean. I've talked about it in past podcasts before. And then this book, the Sports Illustrated, way back when we were speccing together, I did a deep dive. And I know there's a ton of Ohtani magazines from like Japan, but this is his first mention in a American magazine in the guts. Sports Illustrated, March 2017. There's 2 different covers of this, I believe. But the Sergio is the one, in my opinion, to get. about halfway through the magazine, there's an article about Shohei coming to the U.S. He has not signed with the Angels yet. It's actually he's still coming into it, or he hasn't. He's going into the next off season to sign. But yeah, so that's why I knew it was this first article. You can get this for like $6 online right now. So
steal
and I know it's an argument that like, the general public's going to be like, I want the cover of Shohei. I don't really care about the guts. But like comic books, right? That might change in 5 to 10 years or 3 years when those comic book collectors are going to start going into magazines trying to find a first mention. I don't know if Trey's in the chat, but he has the first mention of Tiger Woods, right? When he was like 3 years old in a golf magazine.
Right.
I think that's worth more than the first cover of Tiger Woods, in my honest collector opinion. It's just something to kind of think about. And for $6, man, I mean, you can't really argue against that, man.
Can't beat it.
Yeah. I love how Ohtani and Jokic ain't super jacked, but got that farmer strength thought he used thick boys time to shut it. Shohei's, what's funny about Shohei before we kind of end the show here. Shohei's incredibly fast for as tall and like big as he is. It's crazy.
Just tell 78 to just come on out the closet. It's time. He talking about us thick boys. Time. 78. I'm gonna hold you. I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna come out, brother. I'm gonna help you. Come on, 78. I'm gonna hang out. I thought I was gonna see you today. I thought I was gonna get one of them 78 points of articulation.
I miss it. He's been busy, man, doing some of that stuff online.
Incredible shit, bro. Like,
I love it.
By the way, man, if you have enough money, and they're not that expensive, man, get on 78.
You love it.
I love you too, brother. Love it.
Love you too, man.
If you get a chance, go on 78's website, get a diorama. Bro, that shit that he's doing, I mean, he just got money. Like, like if you've seen it, like the bags of money, like he's setting up full scenes, bro. It's so freaking cool. Man, shout out 78 points, man. That's my guy.
Yeah. We'll see him soon.
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap this up. I just want to thank everyone. We didn't thank anyone through in the show, but thanks for everyone supporting our show. Just kind of a quick show tonight. I know everyone's really busy during the holidays and whatnot. I appreciate Marcus coming through.
Absolutely.
I appreciate just bullshitting with you all the time, man. Miss your face. Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm back on Friday. We're gonna get to it on Tuesday. I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready and ready to rumble.
Man, you were ready today, so I appreciate you, man. It's good stuff. Really, like, for real. But yeah, I want to get some of your takes on this, man. So this is to go into a little more detail. So $100 for
it doesn't even matter. One piece,
boom. So I kind of actually think, Marcus, you should get this, and I would rip these open because I don't know a lot about One Piece, but this is when he like transforms into that entity or whatever you want to call it. Right. That's the card in this set, evidently. So
One Piece,
yeah. And then filling in Celestin, he's our shortstop of the future Gorm Mariners.
All right, man. Whew. I'm gonna go with Dragon Ball Z, but I would probably do the Kurt Cobain Supreme sweater. But I would go Steelbook though. If you got $300, I'd go Steelbook all day.
Yeah, and that presents pretty well. I think it'll look really cool. You know what I mean too. So,
let's see. $1,500. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, third print.
I would go. So this was a tough one for me, but then I thought, what are you talking about, man? The value you get in that print, that set, it's pretty amazing.
The only reason why I go with it is because it's the whole set.
Yeah,
I know. If it wasn't the whole set, Crash Bandicoot all day.
Oh yeah, for sure. And last but not least, so we can get Marcus to his plane. Thought you liked this one. Kind of speaks to you what you did with your Pokemon packs.
4-pack legendary.
Tough
pack.
one, right?
Yeah, I'm going with Pokemon. Steve
I
is amazing, but now if that was Apple stock,
yeah, that'd be cool.
picture of Apple, because I think they used to do them certificates. If it was
Mhm.
actually Apple certificate stock, it could be dead stock, but just the stock paper. Yeah, I would do that. But the Pokemon cards all day. Yeah.
Yeah, the legendary collection, I actually as a collector, quote unquote, I thought the legendary collection popped because it's that foil and that kind of like shininess or whatever. I thought that popped way more than the original set, obviously.
Mhm.
So I'd have to go, and I love the design of these packs. So if I had 1,500 man or five grand, I'm with you, man. I'm with the Pokemon packs.
I do it.
78 says Jobs. That's kind of weird. I found some weird stuff, man. There was some other weird. I just typed in basically collectibles at 5 grand, and there was some weird stuff. There was like some like Nazi memorabilia from like original Nazi times over 5 grand. But
I think I'm gonna take a picture of my balls and sell it for 5 grand on the internet. I think 78 would buy it.
You put on eBay though?
Well, I'm gonna put it on eBay. I'd do like a private website or something.
private website.
Yeah, just
an NFT.
Make it as an NFT. You know what I'm saying? Just
does it get you access to other?
Yeah, the way you gotta go on MetaMask and download it.
Oh, we went from 6 viewers to 0. All of a sudden, I don't know what happened.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, sorry.
Good stuff, man.
Man, look, love you guys. Y'all have a great rest of day. We're gonna jump on next week. I'm gonna try to get everybody together. Let's do it. Meaning for Raz, absolutely, right? Me and Fer are gonna try to get everybody together. Hopefully, Vinny is not gonna be sick, but he'll probably lie and say that he's still got cooties.
Yeah,
and he can't come on. Man, would love to try to get Ralph on. I know Ralph has been running around. Would love to see, man. I would actually love to get Trey on. Let's see if we can get Trey on next Tuesday just to have him talk shit.
Yeah, I love it.
Talk shop. So let's do it.
All right, man. We'll hit him up. All right, guys. Have a good night. Marcus, fly safe.
Man,
come back safe and soon.
If you're in New York, hit me. Let's do it. Let's get together.
All right,
let's do it.
Take care, guys. Thanks.